Hey guys, this is Karan and we are group 13. In this video I am going to demonstrate each and every functionalities that we have created in this programming club website which was assigned to us as our project in software engineering course. So before wasting much time, let's begin by creating an account. So for creating the account, you are required to enter your name, your DICT student ID and password. Now what the system does is it will send you an email at your DICT email ID, which on clicking the link you will be verified as a student of DICT and your account is created. As of now I already created my account, so I will just log into the system. Now I am logged into the system and we will start with the most crucial functionality, that is blocks. What you are seeing right now here is the list of blocks that have already been created by the programming club members. Say for example I want to search for some particular block, then I will write into the search box and parallel filtering will take place in the background and that particular block will be filtered out and it will come up at the top. So for example I was searching for binary search and that particular block is right over here. So on clicking that particular block there will be its title, its creation date, its body, and if I find this block really helpful then I can appreciate this block by using this feature called collapse. But let's say I have some doubts in this block, then I can enter my doubts in the comment section over here. Say for example I am entering and on clicking the comment button that my particular comment will be added over here. So this was all about the blocks. Now let's say I want to create a block. So for that we have only given rights to the programming club member. So I will now log into the system with an ID that is of programming club member. As you can see, now I am getting the feature of creating the block in the navigation bar. So on clicking that, now I will enter some dummy block just for the sake of the demonstration. I will write some body. I can also use some emojis over here by clicking the colon. Let's say I am using thumbs up and now I will post that block. Now this block will appear in this list as you can see here. So the right for creating the block is only given to the programming club members. Also they can delete the particular block if they find there is of no use to keep that block. So here I can delete this block. So this was all about the blocks. Now let me go to the Q&A section. So these are all the questions that have already been asked by the students. If you want to search for some particular question, say for example I want to search for vectors, then that particular question will come up in the top. Now let's say I want to ask some particular question. So for asking the particular question you are required to log into the system. Say for example I am not logging to the system and I am clicking on this ask question button, then it will take me to this login and now I will enter the system. Now I will ask some dummy question over here and on clicking the post question button that question will be added to the list. Now let's say I want to view some answers related to some particular question. So on clicking that particular question, here there are no answers. Just a second. I am clicking on this question and there are two answers that are displayed over here. Now if I find some answer really helpful, then I can appreciate that answer by using the upvote feature, or if I find that answer is not satisfactory, then I can use the downvote feature. But let's say I want to add my own answer to that particular question, then I can click on this add your answer button and write my answer over here. Now I am just writing dummy just for the sake of this demonstration, and on clicking the post button my answer will be added to this list of this particular question. So this was all about the Q&A. Now let's move on to contest. So what you are seeing right now is the list of contests that are already running. This indicates that these contests are upcoming, and this indicates that the contests are already being conducted. Let's say I have some doubts regarding some question in this particular contest, then I can enter the discussion forum by clicking over here. Now this requires me to log into the system. Say for example I am not logged into the system and I am clicking on the discussion section, then I will be again take back to this login button. Now I will enter my ID and password. Now I have entered the chat room over here. Now let me show you one interesting thing. I am logging with different ID. And also entering the same discussion forum of the same contest. Now let's say I ask some doubt over here, like explain problem A. Here I can view that question that was asked by some other student without even refreshing the page. This is because we are using WebSocket for enabling like real-time communication. So let's say I write some answer to this particular question. Say for example I am just writing, just take the average, and on posting the comment, that particular person can also view my comment in no time. Now this was all about the contest. Moving on to the quiz section. So on clicking the play button will take me to this instruction page. As of now I am like skipping this and start the quiz. So here what we are saying is like number of questions. This is 50-50, this is hints, and this is the timer. Now if I will click on let's say this option, then it will pop up whether my answer is right or wrong. Now let's say I am confused between these two options, so I can use this 50-50 feature. This will disable my two options. Now I am left with these two options, which on clicking any one of it will tell whether the answer is right or wrong. I can also use the hint feature. It will disable the only one option. Now I will click on this and it will tell whether my answer is right or wrong. So like as of now I am just keeping all the questions by entering any of the options. This will take a minute or so. Quiz has ended, and now what I will get is the summary. Here my score is 60%. Based on my score there will be a message like you can do better. If my score is above 90%, then the message will be you are absolute genius. Here are the number of questions, number of attempted questions, number of correct answers, number of wrong answers, hints used, and 50-50 used. Let's say I want to take the quiz again, then I can click on play again and it will start the quiz again. As of now I'm like quitting the quiz. So this was all about the quiz section. Now moving on to the IDE. It will open up a new window indicating a compiler of Sphere Engine. Here you can choose any programming language of your choice. Also you have the option of editing, like you can change the theme of the editor. Over here you can change the font size, and here and other options are also available. Now I will like just write the basic code for C++ for like addition of two numbers in C++. This is the input box where I can enter my input, and on running it, it will display the output over here. So that's it. This was the IDE section. Now all the functionalities are covered. Thank you for watching the video.